I got tired of seeing like brands disrespect our people. So I think that revolutionary phase was necessary because it kind of sparked my brand. You
Mm-hmm.
feel me? Like I know y'all see the hearts and like the chains and roses and shit like that, but it's actual meaning behind it, right? But yeah, I got tired of seeing like the little my favorite little monkey. You remember that shit? Y'all remember that? H&M did that or some shit.
You know, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, he's like my
Mm-hmm.
favorite little monkey or some shit like that. Gucci did some shit with the black face.
Blackface. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it was like, man, nah, fuck that. I'm straight. Like, even though I didn't wear them to begin with, it was just more so let me make some sweet shit that's gonna make a statement.
What's up, fashion pioneers? I am Brenda Kia, and today is an amazing day to boss up. So today, y'all got a very special guest, serial entrepreneur. We're gonna call you entrepreneur, right? Serial
Salute.
entrepreneur, Vas. How you doing today?
Uh, so I'm feeling godly today.
I know that's right.
Feeling good, ready to make some more moves.
I
Have a
know
great day. You know what
today
I'm
is an
saying?
amazing day.
Absolutely. How about yourself?
I'm doing pretty good.
It's
I'm
good,
chilling.
good.
It's real. I had a real slow start to my day, but that's cool. I'm on it
It's,
too fast paced.
it's all good. It happens to the best of us. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
I already know. And so, what does severe mean?
So severe. Severe is derived from a symbol over in Africa called a koba. It comes from the Adinkra symbols, right? A koba means vigilance and awareness, right? So when you see like stay dangerous, love is dangerous, right? Stay ready, etc., think about vigilance and awareness and just staying ready. You know what I'm saying? So, I told myself I wanted to create something that has some real meaning behind it. I didn't want to create no shit that was just like death this, fuck love that, and
Yeah.
cost us this and death that. No, it was I wanted to have some real meaning, so that's where it came from.
Mhm.
Derived from a coven.
I just
Yeah,
learned something new.
you feel
I
me?
never even
Yeah,
heard of that. So you done taught me something, and that's what I like.
yeah.
You starting off. Okay, so what impact do you want severe to have on the community?
Hmm. I want when people wear severe, or even just when they see the brand, right? I want people to feel inspired. You feel me? I want them to feel like a sense of integrity when they see my brand. You know what I'm saying? Like if you've been following me from the jump, I ain't never really been big on hopping on like bandwagons and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I want them to see that's okay to be yourself. You know what I'm saying? To be original.
Mm-hmm.
To shit to feel like a good sense of self when they see the brand or wear the brand. You know what I'm saying? Empowerment, awareness, integrity, all those things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see
Yeah,
you talk about authenticity a lot on your page,
yeah.
which I feel like just collectively people scream authenticity, but I don't know if people really knows what it means to be authentic.
Mm,
Like I feel like they don't have a clear understanding of that. I feel like they take what other people deem as authentic and try to apply it to themselves
mm.
instead of just being true to who they actually are.
Absolutely, absolutely. So I guess when it comes to authenticity, right? My biggest thing is there's a difference between ego and confidence, right?
Mm-hmm.
So within the ego, um, you know, the ego tends to cover up a lot of insecurities. You know what I'm saying? And confidence is just you not being afraid to be yourself, even if that comes with making mistakes or quote unquote making yourself look crazy from time to time because you're just trying new shit and doing new shit.
Right.
You're not being afraid to hop out your box. So, authenticity, I think, is just being okay with being confident, being yourself. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's where that comes from. Like, you know, I can speak on myself because I don't know nobody else's situation, but just me getting out here and meeting new people a lot, right? And over these last couple of years, I done made a lot of mistakes. I done did a lot of shit like people probably wouldn't have been comfortable enough to do. You feel me? But I'm okay with that because it took me to new heights. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, like, what's one thing that, like, you learned these last couple of years? Like the biggest lesson that you learned from where you started to where you are now?
Biggest lesson that I've learned. That's a good one. Biggest lesson I've learned. I will say, shit, you gotta pour into your cup before you can pour into anybody else's. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah,
that's definitely the one.
Yeah, I think, especially in our community, right? I think we tend to have like hero syndrome, thinking we can save everybody before we can save ourselves. You feel me? Especially like me being like the oldest, out of my siblings, and like being that one everybody's waiting on to take the family to the next level and shit like that. So
you put a lot on your back.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So like understanding that I gotta take care of myself first. You feel me? Like, like I've been good at like getting my own shit together, but like not jumping the gun to get somebody else's life together before mine is 100% to where I want it to be.
Right.
Feel me? Yeah.
I think that is important. I find myself saying that a lot. Like, you gotta pour into you before anybody else, because you can't even pour from an empty cup. Like, you just draining yourself at that point. So,
Facts.
So, how long have you been doing Severe?
I started Severe in September 2022. Yep, September of 2022. No, sorry, 2021. That's when it was. Yeah, September 2021.
Yeah. So, what is something that you wish you would have known when you first started your brand?
Something I wish I would have known. Something I wish I would have known. Honestly, I have not thought about that before, but I will say that I don't have any regrets about it. You know what I'm saying? Because like, I think in being a creative and being an artist, right? Because I like, aside from designing, I got paint. You know what I'm saying? I can spray paint. I done did murals these last couple years, like even designing my own designs, right? Like I have no regrets because like art isn't perfect.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I will say on the business end of it, I could have ordered a lot more samples, to test out like different material, test out to see how different prints will look on different material. That's something I can say that could have been improved, but so far as like the art end, I have no regrets, honestly.
Yeah. Art, like you said, art is not perfect. So, and it's something that one thing I've noticed about like designing and stuff, like you could see something, you could want it to be a certain way, and then you make a mistake, but then that mistake actually improves what you done did, and it'd be like, dang, I didn't mean to do that, but it done took it up a notch.
Facts. Yeah.
So
facts.
Yeah, I love to create. It's really fun.
Yeah, like this heart right here, like this shit, like I thought I messed up, when I kind of added the lines in between. But I was like, you know what? Let's see what it's gonna look like.
And it turned out really good. It's a really nice city because you just dropped these for Valentine's Day, didn't you?
Yeah, just dropped those. Yep.
It's a nice city.
Thank you.
Let's see. Okay. We'll have to inspect when we get done. I ain't really look at it. So, like you said, you do a lot of stuff. So, I was listening to your poetry, and I think you be eating on the poetry. I got to give you some snaps now. I ain't gonna lie.
Appreciate
you. You be eating. What made you get into that?
So honestly, I grew up around music. You know what I'm saying? Like I grew up around entertainment, right? That was like one of the first things that I knew. You feel me? Like, man, like where to start? Like this shit goes back years. Like
it'd be like that.
Man, it goes back years. But it's always been a part of me. You know what I'm saying? I think music, art, it's like a universal language. Once you see it, once you hear it, like once you feel it, you know what I'm saying? It's like other people feel that too. Like that's how we all connect. You know what I'm saying? But like I started off on like my music, my experience with music started off on like Joy Road. You know what I'm saying? With my pops and his friends and stuff. You know what I'm saying? They upstairs in the attic making music. You know what I'm saying? Like testing out different shit. Rest in peace to Shorty, but you know Shorty playing the guitar, my uncle rapping, my pops rapping. You feel me? Like that's where it really started. Me playing the game in the front, listening to them, going in every now and then, like, oh, y'all made this a song. You feel me? This sounds sweet. And them telling me to get out because they smoking or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's where it really started. I was like 5 or 6. You know what I'm saying? Like, from my going back to my earliest experience, I can say. You feel me? But it started there. Then I started rapping like myself. I was like not 8 or 9. Me and my homies made a song. I was like, it went a little something like dun 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 dun. I was on that mud like this is Lil T. Everybody knows me. I
Okay.
run these streets, hold me. You feel me? So
Okay.
like going back to them days, fast forward, like I just got more expressive with it. You know what I'm saying? And like I just said, shit, why not? Why not do it? You
Yeah.
feel me? We can do anything. This life is like it's like a rental, so why not drive this motherfucker to the wheels fall off?
No, seriously though.
You feel me?
Seriously. I like that you
Yeah.
were like surrounded by creativity. And I can that like helped your creativity thrive. It's just speaking for me personally. I didn't grow up in a creative household. So I feel like my creativity was kind of suppressed in a way. So when I talk to people that grew up in creative households, it'd be like, that's so cool that from the start, your creativity was just nurtured and it just grew as you grew as a person.
Facts.
How do you think staying and living in Detroit shaped you into who you are right now?
Detroit turned me into a monster, man. Detroit, man. I love my city, man. You know, I love my city a lot. I think anybody who really grew up in the city, you know, their whole life, and like, you know, just especially like during the recession era, like shit, they whole life from like yeah, through the good and bad times. You know what I'm saying? I think it'll turn anybody into a beast. You know what I'm saying? Like they say this is the city of hustlers and et cetera, et cetera. It's because like you gotta go get that shit. You know what I'm
Definitely.
saying? But at the
Definitely.
same time, you know, I think this idea of like survival mode, when I say the city turned me into a beast, and like anybody who grows up in the city can turn into like this ultimate hustler, is because at some point everybody done been in survival mode. You feel me? And I don't, in a sense, I don't wish that on anybody. You feel me?
It's for real.
Yeah, because that shit ain't. Once you realize you in it, and once you trying to like thrive in life, you know what I'm saying, that shit can kind of hold you back because survival mode is just acting out of a sense of scarcity. You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't got this, you ain't got that. You know what I'm saying? Instead of being more present and learning how to thrive more and stop like one thing I learned is once you stop chasing shit like so hard, it'll come to you easy.
Yeah.
You feel me? So it got its ups and downs to it, but overall, I love my city though. My city lit as hell right now.
Yeah, it's for
You feel
real.
me? But the goal is to travel all year this year. Get up out of here a little
Yep.
bit.
Yeah, for
Feel me?
sure. I feel it. I'm trying to get up out of here too. I don't
Yeah.
come back, but I'm trying to go see what other parts is hitting on. I went out of town like October last year, and that was my first time going out of town in a minute.
Okay.
And I got back. I'm like, shit, I'm ready to go again.
What city you go to?
I went to LA.
Oh, LA. How was that?
It was cool.
It's cool.
It was
Okay.
nice and warm.
I heard some mixed reviews about LA.
I feel like it's one of them places you got to go and just experience
Type of
to
time.
see for yourself. Because personally, like it was cool, but I was ready to come home when I was out there. And I got home, I'm like, okay, I don't want to go back to LA, but I want to go somewhere else.
Yeah.
It's you can feel the fakeness in the air if you ask me. It's just one of them kind of places.
A lot of sucker shit out there.
Yeah.
Okay.
You could just tell because everybody trying to make it out there. That's where people go to make it and chase their dreams and all of the things. So
I feel that.
But I will say too, people there are more easily like they'll put you onto some shit. Cause I was meeting people, they're like, yeah, we gotta go here.
Yeah.
It's this after party. You trying to go to this, like, they put you on to some shit. You
Okay.
gonna be into
Okay.
some shit while you out there.
All right. Okay.
So um you said you're a mentor. So I wanted to speak about and learn more about what is Foraging Initiative.
Okay. So the foraging initiative. Well, let me start from what foraging means, right?
Mm-hmm.
So foraging means to find your origin, right? So this kind of goes back into like my thing of finding knowledge of self. So man, everything kind of goes back years, man. But I'm just real big on people knowing themselves, and I'm real big on understanding myself. You feel me? So like I read a lot. Um, I'm big on history. I guess you can say I do my best to be a bookworm now because I be so busy nowadays. It's kind of hard to study for as long as I want to, but
Mm-hmm.
you got the Malcolm X's of the world, the Marcus Garveys of the world. We don't mention Gandhi no more. He was a racist. You feel me?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he compared us to monkeys and dirt and shit like that. You can look it up. It's online.
The more you know.
Yeah, but you got the greats of the world. That kind of that were around to spark that flame.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so really, just understand once you understand yourself and once you understand history, you know how to move forward. You
Right.
feel me? It's like Sankofa. I might be taking y'all around hoops right now, but it's like Sankofa, right? Sankofa means to you know, kind of remember the past so you can move forward, or kind of to look behind you in order to move forward, not to stay stuck.
Right.
So once you learn yourself, learn your history, I think you're a more powerful human being. You know what I'm
Definitely.
saying? You can you know how to operate more and better in this world with better self awareness and self respect, right? So foraging just came from that, right? I was like, what name can I come up with that will represent originality, being yourself? That's it. So I literally just put for and then origin together. It's literally for your origin. You feel me?
Yeah.
So foraging came together. I was like, all right, bet I got that part. Now what's the other part? Initiative. You feel me? So let's take initiative to, uh, you know, bring awareness to the community, bring financial literacy to the community, right? Which I'm gonna get to the next part, but that's where the name comes from.
Okay.
Now, the overall goal of my nonprofit is to teach kids financial literacy, ownership, and entrepreneurship. So you can say, my bad.
Yeah. Okay.
You can say like, you can say economic literacy, right? So yeah, I teach economic literacy to the youth, ages 12 to 18. So the reason for those three things is because like when you look around, you go through the hood and you see all this, once you actually in the hood and you have conversations with people and you kind of just see the trend, it's always about money. I don't have
Mm-hmm.
this, I don't have that. Going back to that scarcity mindset,
Right.
it's nothing but hustlers around this motherfucker because everybody trying to survive. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Don't nobody know how to create sustainable assets. You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody know how to use credit to go get assets. They know how to use credit and loans to go get jewelry and shit and like lease a car, but they
Mm-hmm.
don't know how to go get no real tangible or intangible assets that'll last, that'll keep bringing them in money because they
Mm-hmm.
trying to keep up with motherfuckers and trying to survive to the next day. So that's the problem I want to solve, and that's what we're doing.
Okay.
Yeah, I know that was a lot in one,
No,
but
that's cool
yeah,
though. While I was looking at it, I'm like, this is really cool because growing up just from my own upbringing, I didn't know nothing about financial literacy. I didn't know the difference between assets and liabilities. I didn't know none of that. And then when I finally learned, like the first book I read was Rich Dad Poor Dad.
yeah,
That put me on. I said, oh,
yep,
this
yeah,
opened up a whole nother spectrum of stuff. I'm like, I
mm-hmm.
didn't know nothing about this. Like my mom didn't teach me nothing about this.
Facts,
So I do think that it's cool that you are teaching the youth these
like,
things between 12 and 18. That's the time to learn. So
facts,
you can, once you graduate high school, you will know a little something and you will
yeah,
know how to navigate through the world a little better. Because that's not something that they trying to teach us like school is cool, but like can y'all teach us something that actually we need to know to live out on our own? Because this shit y'all teaching us, that shit don't apply to real life. Like I don't,
Yeah.
we not learning about credit in school.
Yep.
We
That's a
learning
fact.
about a bunch of y equals mx plus b.
Right. Tell me about it. And like it comes in handy right at a certain point. I think they so focused on indoctrinating kids so much, man, like they don't even care what their everyday life looking like. You feel me? Like we go in schools, they tolerate us and throw us back out to more people that's just tolerating us, our parents, you know what I'm saying, et cetera, right? You know, not everybody parents, but
yeah,
it's shit you will see like, you know, growing up, you know, in that kind of environment. You feel me? Yeah.
So, what is a quality that you think every entrepreneur should have?
Quality.
Yeah.
A quality that I think every entrepreneur should have. Honestly, just be yourself. Like that's the most honest answer that I can give because like I'm not big on controlling other people or like caring for who other people are, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't control everybody. The only person you can control is yourself.
Sure.
So like even when I see like quote unquote weirdos or like, cause I hang around all groups. Like that's kind of person I've always been. Right, I've always just been that cool motherfucker. Like, I don't discriminate against nobody. You know, I don't give a fuck if they call you a lame or weirdo. You could be the most popular motherfucker in the world. It don't matter. I'm gonna still treat you the same as the next person because we all got our strengths and weaknesses. But one thing that I've learned is when people are themselves, we can operate more efficiently. We can have a better time, and we can get more shit done. So to every entrepreneur, shit, just be yourself. Shit ain't gotta be perfect, but just be yourself. Yeah.
I think I feel like that's the theme here, being yourself. I ain't picked up on nothing else. Being yourself is definitely it definitely will get you far.
Thanks.
There's already enough people being everybody else in the world. It's only one you. It's only one you. So you might as well embrace that. Because you can't outrun yourself. You got to be with yourself every single day.
It's gonna catch up with you sooner or later.
Definitely is.
Like, one thing I learned about getting older in this life shit, it's gonna catch up to you. So be yourself, you know, be honorable. Don't fuck nobody over for nothing. No matter, you know, how far you think it'll get you. You know what I'm saying? Like just be yourself and at least try to be a decent human being. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because it's free to be kind. Sometimes you might have to step. Some people be overdoing it. I understand, but it is free to be kind in this world.
That's a fact.
I don't know. Okay, so what I do want to talk more about financial literacy.
Okay.
Could you give like a definition of financial literacy?
So yeah, financial literacy it's just using various financial skills and resources to manage your assets or manage your money, right? So that's the formal definition, right? But one thing I've seen the kids telling me, like when they give me their own definition, it's just knowing how to manage your money. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's legit all it is, honestly. Like financial literacy, I think if we had a financial literacy class in every school, I think you will see a change in the economy. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
I think institutions, governments, et cetera, they might not want to see that kind of shit happen just because like people not gonna depend on them as much. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a lot of disruptions, a lot of self sufficient economies, self sufficient neighborhoods, people that can't control no more, people that can't instill fear no more. Because at the end of the day, you take away somebody's resources, you take away their money, you take away their livelihood. shit, hell yeah, they're gonna be in survival mode for generations. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's gonna take that one person or those few people within the
Mm-hmm.
family to change that. You know what
Okay.
I'm saying?
So how does one get and like for because I know it's for the youth. So how does
Yeah.
like one get in contact with Foraging Initiative to get a part of your programming?
Oh yeah, so y'all can always DM me, shoot me a DM, shoot my nonprofit page a DM, or y'all can reach out via email at the foraging initiative at gmail.com. We're about to get a new email shortly, but that's the one y'all can reach out to for right now. The business phone number is 248-901-5383. Y'all can call or text that number as well. And if y'all serious about helping the youth, just come on. You know what I'm saying? Y'all see the energy. Just come, be in yourself, show that you have, some type of spark for the youth. And if you have a skill within the finances, you're an entrepreneur, or you just own a lot of assets and you want to come through and teach the knowledge to the youth, come through. You know what I'm saying? No bougie shit. You know what I'm saying? No weirdo shit. Just come yourself, come good energy, and we can make impact.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
So I like that you open the doors for other people to come into it and spread the knowledge as well. Because knowledge is power now. Knowledge
absolutely.
knowledge is definitely power. And they one thing about it, they don't want us to have it.
They don't.
They don't.
Yeah, it's a I will say, like, from doing as many things that I do, you have to find a balance between the revolutionary and like the businessman and the human. You
Yeah.
feel me? Like, if you kind of let one take over the other, you're gonna have a big ass imbalance. Like
Hmm.
before, I would just like fuck the world and Malcolm X this, Marcus Garvey that. You know what I'm saying? Like, this before like getting this after like getting out the out the hood and shit and
Hmm.
doing hood rat activities and shit like that. But you feel me? Like I got to another stage in my life. It was that, and then it was just strictly business. And now I'm just learning to be human again. I've learned to be human again, I say. And now I think I'm finding a good balance between those three. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. I definitely agree. You can't let one overpower the other. Because the
Facts.
imbalance is gonna be crazy.
Tell me about it.
But
That's a fact. Like
I
it'll
feel
get
like
ugly.
going through the motions of self awareness,
Mm,
it was such a roller coaster.
absolutely. Absolutely not. You ain't lying. Like,
So many ups, so many downs, so many, oh, I thought I was over this, but I'm not. So now I got to go through
yeah,
this again.
you gotta heal. Like it's down there. Like I'm big on spirituality too. I got a lot of different sides to me, but I think what you just said, like healing, or like when you say you think you over something but you not,
Yeah.
that's because you probably got to face that shit so you can move on
Move
from it.
on. Yeah.
And that's kind of what Sankofa means. You know what I'm saying? Sankofa, by the way, I know this is my third or second time mentioning it. Sankofa is an Andinka symbol, just like Severe. Severe just means vigilance and awareness. Sankofa means to turn back so you can move forward. So, like, kind of what you just said, you got to face those things from the past
Hmm.
so you can move forward into your future. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In a sense, it's like a healing symbol. Like, you got to heal from it in a way. When I say healing, not in like the old, people kind of put this sob ass narrative around it, but like, no, it's like more so you got to face that shit to where it ain't weighing you down no more. You
Right.
feel me? So if that makes sense,
Yeah.
yeah,
I know what you mean. I don't look. We've been going through the motions,
for
so I
sure, for sure.
definitely, I definitely know what you mean. I had seen something once that said like only 20% of the world is self-aware, and every
Wow,
time it pops in my head, it's like, or every time someone does something that just be like, why would you? It pops in my head, and it just be like, okay, a lot of the world is not even self-aware. A lot of people are just
gone.
living like they just here.
That's crazy. Where you read that at, if you want me asking,
Um,
if you remember?
I want to say I probably seen it on TikTok.
Mm.
If I would be completely honest.
Okay. No, that's and that's definitely believable too.
It
Like it's
when
like
I heard it, I wasn't surprised, but I was at the same time.
yeah, like you ever been in a toxic ass relationship?
Yes.
Y'all ever been in a toxic ass relationship? Like one thing I learned about these toxic ass relationships and like people, it's like they not self aware. They don't know what the fuck they doing.
Yeah. And it'd be crazy
Like
because at one point it was like this was me before I became more
yeah,
aware of my own actions. Like
facts
I was doing the same shit.
for
It's
real. Like
just at some point I finally woke up to it and was like, okay, I can't keep doing this same shit expecting a different result.
yep,
I got to do something different. Maybe
facts.
I'm the problem because everybody else can't be the problem.
Man, like you gotta look at yourself, like because it's almost like the law of attraction, right? Or the law of reflection, or like the law of what's that? It's a lot of laws, but
Yeah, it is.
the law of attraction is a motherfucker because you kind of attract what you are, in a sense, right? When I say that, you gotta kind of like going back to that healing part, like you have to correct yourself within because what you put out is what you are seeing within, right? So
Mm-hmm.
if I came here in a bad mood today, I probably would have just been like this groggy ass voice, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
yeah, that's
the energy
cool.
would be off.
Yeah, you
Like
feel
I
me?
don't.
That's
You could
like,
tell. Like, oh, he don't really want to be here for
yeah, you
real.
feel me? Because that's a projection of how I'm feeling. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And but for the camera, you know, I'm a little tired, I'll admit, but like I would have came super happy. I would have been like,
You're
you know what I'm
right,
saying?
and we
Like,
would have felt
you
that.
feel me? Like,
Mm-hmm.
but it's neutral energy right now, but it's like everything you put out, it's like what you feeling within. You feel me?
Definitely.
So it's like you're gonna attract healthy people, or you're going to attract toxic people or people who just not on your same wavelength because that's what you put out into the world. You
Yeah.
gotta correct within so you can attract outside. You
Yeah.
feel me?
That as well as dang, what was I about to say? 'Cause sometimes it don't even be like a that law of attraction, yes, but also sometimes because you have such good energy or whatever the case may be, you attract not so good
Mm,
stuff towards you.
yeah,
And it'll just be like when you have the self-awareness though, you are able to discern like, okay, I'm not fooling around with this because this is not it's
yeah,
not giving
that's a
versus
fact.
something that's for you. You'd be like, okay, I can get jiggy with this because it's
Hmm.
it's it's in alignment with what I got going on.
Yeah, for real though. Like, damn, that's crazy too. Like, 'cause some people come to you and want you to heal them. You feel me?
Yes.
Like, you will attract some negative ass shit, and
Mm-hmm.
they will want you to save them because of how your energy is.
Yep.
You feel me?
Yep. And it's
Mm,
just that self-awareness, it'd be like people can smell it on you.
facts.
Like they just know. They
Yeah.
spirits just know, like, oh yeah, that's one of the ones.
Mm-hmm.
But that's why that discernment is so important. It's really, really
Mm,
important.
good point. Good spiritual talk.
Good spiritual
Good
talk. I
spiritual
love a
talk.
good.
You
I
feel me?
always love a good
Yeah.
spiritual talk.
But
Okay, so what can we expect to see from not just you personally, but like from every aspect of your businesses this year?
mm, from every aspect of my business this
Yeah.
year. So to start with me, for me, I ain't gonna put too much, expectations on myself because like these days, like I'm honestly just, it's like I'm learning. Like I said, I'm learning to be human again.
Yeah.
So it's like I got all these goals set out. I'm good with business. Like I'm good with like execution and shit. So it's learning how to live more. You know what I'm saying? While still doing great shit. Um, so like y'all gonna see me smiling a lot more. You feel me? Having a good time.
That's good.
You know, so far as my brand, just getting it out more to the right people, different crowds, few pop up shops this year. Um, hmm, what else? So far as like the Foraging Initiative and my other businesses, mainly the Foraging Initiative because that's the one I want the community to tap in with. Y'all gonna see a lot of power moves this year. Um, yeah, it's gonna be a lot of power moves this year, but more so, it's gonna be a lot of impact this year, which is what I'm most excited for. Shout out to my team. I got a full house now for my team. Shout out to y'all for believing in the vision too. And
That's what's up.
yeah, like that's the best way I can put it. Like I try not to be too precise because like shit can change. Like
Yeah,
you
I feel
gotta
it.
learn how to maneuver with shit. But
Gotta pivot sometimes.
yeah, it's gonna be just a lot of execution, man. A lot of results are gonna be shown, and a lot of good energy gonna be put out this year, and a lot of money gonna be made.
I know that's right.
Yeah, you feel me?
I know that's right.
Yeah,
We love that. I'm
so,
excited to see everything like roll out and all of the things. So I gotta ask you, what does fashion mean to you?
what does fashion mean to me?
Yes, I gotta ask you.
Ooh. So, I ain't gonna lie, like, so me growing up, and the reason I always go back to my past is because like people have actually I'm not one of those people who get up here and just say shit just to make it sound good. Like people actually see me in these phases of my life, so like certain people can attest to this shit. Um, I wasn't that into fashion growing up. I wasn't really into wearing the latest shit a lot growing up. Like I grew up in shops and shit, like around dogs and cars, and like I was fucking plumbing with my uncle, like 11, 12 years old to make some money. You feel me? Like I was a hustler. Like I just wanted to make some money, have some money in my pocket so I
I
could.
feel it.
You feel me? I used to just count my money. That's like literally counting money was just like something I like to do growing up. Like legit. Like so it was just more so I just like to make money and take care of my people when I could. And I think that goes into like having like an old soul, like that hero syndrome we was talking about. But yeah, I think but now we into the future, right? Enough with the past. But shit. I got tired of seeing like brands disrespect our people. So I think that revolutionary phase was necessary because it kind of sparked my brand. You feel me? Like I know y'all see the hearts and like the chains and roses and shit like that, but it's actual meaning behind it, right? But yeah, I got tired of seeing like my favorite little monkey. You remember that shit? Y'all remember that? H&M did that or some shit.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, he's like my favorite little monkey or some shit like that. Gucci did some shit with the black face. Yeah, so it was like, man, no, fuck that. I'm straight. Like, even though I didn't wear them to begin with, it was just more so let me make some sweet shit that's gonna make a statement. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
And I'm gonna just rock my own shit. You feel me? Like that's really what it was for the most part. Like that's really what sparked the brand, honestly. After that, shit. And even with fashion, right? I'll say this. I think fashion and art, right? I think there's a lot of narcissism in it.
I agree.
There's a lot of negative shit that comes with this area. So that's why like I let it be known what kind of energy I'm big on. You know what I'm saying? Because like it's easy to get into these rooms with these kinds of people in this area. You feel what I'm saying? So that's why I fuck with Ye. He says some outrageous shit, but he ain't as crazy as people think he is. Right?
Definitely not.
But
he be spitting a little bit.
I kind of lost track of my point, but so in saying that, right? Fashion to me is just authenticity. Okay. Fashion to me is expression. Fashion to me is community. Big on the community part. And yeah, fashion is a universal language. You know what I'm saying? I think when you give the right person the tools to create fashion, the most impact can be made. You know what I'm saying? So that's what fashion is to me. I want to go. I don't want to follow the trends too much. You got to be a little trendy every now and then, but like I don't want to follow the trends too much. I want people to know what severe means when they see that war horn,
Mm-hmm.
when they see like that name, and yeah, this shit. I want people to feel authentic and severe.
I
Yeah.
feel it. So you said everything obviously has a meaning on here. Could you
Mhm.
break down like what the thought process was when you created this and what everything means,
Oh
the
yeah,
elements?
absolutely, absolutely. So let me start with the roses or like the flowers, right? Or leaves, you can call them. But so love is dangerous means love can be an asset or a liability, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the asset is like the red leaves or flowers that you see, right? The beauty of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Something can grow from love. You feel me? But then on the other hand, you have the liability side. You got the
Mm,
chains and the blood where this shit can hurt you bad. You feel me?
right.
Like, and then you just got the skeletons holding the heart. You know what I'm saying? That was just a sweet ass. That was just a sweet ass design
Yeah,
at
it
first. So
is.
I was like, let me keep the skeletons. I got the heart in the middle, you know, with the vein. So you got the alive part right here where the heart is alive,
Okay.
and then got this side where the heart is kind of dead
Dead. Okay.
because it's the liability side. This is
It's
the asset side. You feel
okay.
me? And then on the back, I show the people too.
Oh,
On the
see, I
back
didn't
of
even know
it,
there was something on the back
yeah,
now.
you feel me? So this is a symbol of Coleman right here. You
Mm-hmm.
feel me? And then you got the guitar. So like I said, I love music. I love expression, right? So this guitar, guy playing the guitar, he can be like one of the people from the old westerns, you know what I'm saying, singing
Mm-hmm.
about love and shit. You know how he loves his lady, or he's just a heartbroken motherfucker. Like it's all
Right.
about what people see.
Right.
You
Your
feel me?
own perception of it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So that's what it means.
It's actually sweet, and I
Thank you.
like the fact that you did it a zip up, so
Oh
you could
yeah,
have the two different sides. That was
yeah. So I actually made a hoodie too. Like I got
okay.
a black hoodie and a purple hoodie, and then this is the only zip up, the gray zip up. So
Okay.
yeah,
Well, yeah,
kind of like the exclusive. You feel me?
yeah,
Yeah.
you know, you gotta always have something exclusive.
hmm So yeah, that's what it means.
So I like the thought process and you breaking it down. Sometimes visually, I don't be catching on. I be needing somebody to explain stuff to me
Yeah,
sometimes. And once you explain it, it be like, okay, I see what you did there, and it just be,
facts.
and I see what you did there. It clicks, and I like it.
Thank you, thank you.
So, okay, so where can we find you at, and then as well as your clothing brand?
So yeah, y'all can find me on Instagram at Vas Motive. That's V as in Victor, A as in Apple, S as in Sam, Motive. That's Motive. Vas Motive on Instagram. Shit, TikTok, Facebook. If y'all be on there too. Um, my clothing brand is Severe Clothing on all platforms. That is SEVIR Clothing on all platforms. And yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
y'all better go follow him too. I ain't
absolutely
playing.
tap in, man.
Type in, get y'all some of these clothes.
Yeah, you know, tap in, you know, off the fashion, off the community, off the, you know, education, you know, other business things too. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going to all my avenues, but if y'all some real entrepreneurs and y'all serious, let's work together. Let's build a network, man. And, let's make impact. You feel me?
All right,
Yeah.
y'all heard it here first.
Hold on, before we get off though,
Yeah.
I want to know what was the inspiration for behind the label.
Okay, so it be throwing me when people be asking me
Mm.
questions like, "Oh, y'all just gonna flip the script on me?" Like,
I
okay,
gotta do it one time, at least one time.
I got you. So the inspiration behind the label, um, I have a friend that is a photographer and she's a stylist, and I kind of was at a point a couple of years ago. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I knew I didn't want to go to school. I tried school, didn't like it, but I kind of was lost in the world. I didn't know where I fit into the world. So, talking to her, she kind of got me into taking more pictures and styling more clothes. And I'm like, okay, I like this. Not even remembering the fact that growing up, like I would sketch and design clothes all the time. That's just something that kind of came about. Because one thing about it, I be listening to other people talk about their childhoods. I don't be remembering my childhood like that. You know, I get bits and pieces every now and then. So I'm like, dang, I used to do this when I was younger, so maybe I can tap back into this. So basically, fast forward 2022, I want to say, when I really like kind of locked in on myself, I started a podcast called Getting Comfortable. And it was basically like a self love podcast. And while that was cool, I felt like I was running out of stuff to talk about. Like, I'm like, okay, I'm putting myself in this niche, but I really don't. Like, after the first 5, 6 episodes, I don't know what to say. And I do realize, like, I kind of come off sometimes as kind of harsh, and I feel like I was being kind of harsh into that. So I'm like, I kind of steered away from it. So I took a little break. I have a cousin that is kind of into business, and he kind of got me started with learning about business because I didn't know anything about business either. And we had went to a Pistons game, and we was talking, and we was talking about the podcast and the fashion, and he was like, "Well, you got to come up with something to, like you kind of know what you want to do, but it's like at the same time you don't." So while we was at the game, it just hit me. I'm like, I'm gonna start a fashion podcast. Okay. I did a little research while we was there. I'm like, it's not too many of them. So that put me in a lane of my own, and I can talk about what I like. And there's that. And then now we're here.
Nice.
Now we're here.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Much success to you.
Likewise.
Much power to you and to the team as well.
Thank you.
You know keep doing your thing and keep making impact.
Yeah, and that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to basically the podcast is curated basically for Black creators. Like, it's no disrespect to the white people, because y'all have what y'all have though. Like, and what do we have? We don't have much. We don't really get the recognition that we deserve within the fashion industry. We get disrespected a lot within the fashion industry. So I just want to put us in a position where we can get recognized for what we're doing, because we deserve that. Absolutely. We the blueprint for a lot of stuff. We deserve to be recognized for that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and even when, like what you just said, like it might look like we own some shit, but like a lot of times it be other faces behind that shit.
And it do.
Which, sometimes the purpose of business is to sell a company to make money. The purpose of business is to make money, but like everybody cries about integrity and these different things. Mm-hmm. So if you're gonna cry about it, she gotta be about it. You know what I'm saying?
No, for real. So I just want us to thrive, and this is just the platform that I chose to, and the industry that I chose to kind of help build up, because I definitely want to have a huge impact within the fashion industry if God willing. So even like the introductory episode, right at the end, it says "Welcome to the Revolution," because that's what we own.
Facts.
So
facts. Yeah.
So that's pretty much behind the labeling. Yeah. So I'm glad that you came on. We revolutionizing, man.
Thank you for having me.
Of course.
Of
course.
It was an honor.
Of course. Yeah. And I definitely, you one of them ones you'll be hearing from me.
For sure. Let's work.
Let's work. All right.
It's good.
All right, y'all.
All right.
Peace.